There's no need to say all lives matter when we're talking about Black Lives Matter. There's a
So this is
disproportionate.
what I wanted to say. I couldn't
The
say it
fact that
because
y'all don't understand, this is remedial shit.
We
Like,
we
y'all for
do,
real?
but
so look I
you're
wanted to chime in before Di left. I knew
Y'all
that
can't be serious.
she would have potentially left, but she said something that was very false, and I wasn't able to get in because everybody wanted to keep going back and forth. Nobody wanted to share. She said something about that was very dangerous, spiritually dangerous, and that's always gonna rub me the wrong way. She said Paul was given permission by God to go around killing Christians. I wish he was here, but that's false. That's false. God intervened when Paul was going around persecuting Christians, and he turned them away from that. And that's the reason why they use that story, because it was a testament that even those who cause harm to Christians can even come to forgiveness and be God's forgiveness was so strong that even those who cause harm to Christians would even be granted forgiveness and would
Sorry, you
able
do
to
know
repent
everybody's
and
not a
repent.
Christian, right? I'm
So
just
what?
throwing that out
but
there. You
she
do know
referenced
everybody is not a
I
Christian,
didn't I didn't
right?
say but what
Okay,
I'm
but
saying don't
you're
require her to be.
governing a lot of your narratives,
She
and
made a
you're
statement
coming
about
with this,
Paul
you're
in the
coming with
Bible.
this
So I'm just
judgmental,
responding to
like,
that. It ain't got nothing to do whether she's a Christian or not. If you're gonna speak
you
from the
just
Bible,
told people that they should burn alive if they have an abortion and then grow skin and burn alive again.
DJ. You have to let
it ain't,
somebody
I never
finish their
said
thought.
anything about her being a Christian or anything. She said she made a statement that God said Paul can go around killing Christians. And I'm saying that's
You're
spiritually
talking about the
dangerous. For
Bible.
all, huh? She
You're
spoke
you're
about it.
referring to the Bible.
I know I'm referring to the Bible.
You've been doing that this whole time, but
DJ,
we're not
DJ.
a monolith. You know that
That,
everybody is
that
not
what does that
Christian,
got
It has
anything
Biggie.
to
nothing to
do
do
with?
with what he's
What's
saying.
that anything to do with my own principles? I don't gotta conform.
Awesome.
I don't gotta conform my principles and standards and what I believe to what you believe. If it's my turn to speak,
I didn't say you did.
I'm gonna speak from my standard and what I stand on. Uh, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna waver just because you don't believe in that because you
I
decided
didn't
you
ask you
do it.
to.
So, but
I'm just simply
you cutting in
presenting
when
the
I was trying to
idea to
clarify.
you that
You got to
everyone is
understand
not
the
a
audience is
Christian.
listening. You might have somebody in there that actually read the Bible and actually believe that God sent Paul around killing Christians. That was false. It's false. And what I was going to ask her was, whoever is teaching her that shit, she needed to terminate her relationship with them because they leading her astray. That's the only thing I was going to say. If you're going to quote just like you don't like somebody misquoting stuff about women or black women, you going to go and correct them. All I'm doing is doing the same thing for what I believe in, what I stand for. So it don't matter if you're a Christian or not. I don't even call myself a Christian. So for you to say that is just asinine. I'm just speaking on the word. You know what I'm saying? And making sure it comes out right because we got an audience that's gonna look at this and be like, damn, why ain't Brother Darwin or Brother Trev correct on that? That bullshit she just said about Paul. So I'm making sure I do my part. Thank you. And I don't even I just sat around and let you talk all that crap. And like, go ahead.
I'm just curious. Nah, yeah, I'm not
You
curious. Never mind.
when you made that statement saying not everybody a Christian or whatever, you should be concerned that you don't stand for nothing.
Who said that I don't
He's
stand for
not
anything?
not
I
Okay,
you
presented
specifically.
but
I
Not
what,
you
presented the
specifically.
what do you
idea to
well
you that not
whenever I asked
everybody.
you who told you that you had the right to terminate or do whatever, you couldn't answer, you couldn't give me the answer who where was that backed by?
Who told you? Who told you that we didn't have a right?
Oh my
Who
God.
told you
So it's a
that?
question. So whenever you do that, that let me know that you've
No,
been
because
bagged
I'm
into a
I'm
corner
asking
and
you
you can't answer. I'll just
who
ask you
didn't. You know, you do know God gave us free will, right? You know that's in the Bible,
right.
right?
What's your point?
My point is that if God is not imposing His will on us, what makes you think that you have the right to?
Did I impose my will on you?
You sure are. You trying to help. You trying real hard.
Did I impose my will on
You
you?
trying real hard.
I asked you a question earlier. I said, do we owe it to people who can't protect themselves? Do we owe them protection? The people who are vulnerable. You said yes, didn't you?
What people? You talking about the unborn?
Huh,
Because when
But-
you force these people to see through these pregnancies, are you protecting these children? Because a lot of the same
Oh my
people
God.
that
But
are talking that
see
are
that's the
pro.
thing. You're doing it
Wait a
again.
minute.
Every
The
time I
lot
ask
of
you a
let me
question, I
let
put
me
you on a hill. You can't stand on the hill
let
and
me
answer.
finish. Let me
You
finish.
want to
A
finish the
lot of the
question that I didn't even
people,
ask.
a lot of the people that are pro fetus are not pro children. You got as soon as that child comes
Who
out,
cares?
there's no resources. The party that you voted for does not believe in universal health care, does not believe in universal education, does not believe in extending resources like EBT, WIC, food stamps, welfare, the things that these people need that are actually choosing abortion, and you're forcing them to see through a pregnancy that they may be not be able to sustain. When that baby is born, are you going to take care of that baby?
Yeah,
If you
DJ,
asking me personally, I'm gonna say
Yeah, I'm
yes. And
asking you, are you going to open your home?
I take care of mine.
Are
My
you going to
tax
open?
my
So that's
tax
the
paying
only thing
dollars
we should be concerned about is
my tax
yours.
paying dollars are paying for these.
So no, 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 no,
For the,
no. The only
no,
thing
wait.
you
You
should
ask.
be
Hold on, wait.
concerned
What you can't
about
do is
is
sit here and tell
yours.
me to let you finish, and then whenever I respond, you don't let me finish. Don't
You
It don't
right.
work
I'm a
that
mute.
way.
You right. Go ahead.
So when you ask me, am I going to take care of these kids that can't be sustained by these people? I'm telling you that I am. I went and
so
fought
his
in the
kid.
war. I went and fought in the war for these kids that living off of government assistance and aid and all this stuff. The stuff that coming out of my taxes is feeding these kids that don't have a like or proper uh parenting or whatever or care. You don't know that. You didn't know that, did you?
No, you didn't know that the Republican Party that you aligned yourself with does not support the children that they are forcing these people to have. They do not support them. They do not support universal education. They do not support universal health care. They do not support food stamps and EBT. I'm sorry, I'm hearing an echo.
are
This
we
is
entitled
person's
to all of those
overzealous.
things?
They
You
do
know what?
not support, they do not support any of the things to support not just the fetus, but the child's life for the duration of their life. They do
Show me.
that party
Cite your
that
fact.
you aligned yourself with is very much not so the family value party
So
at
Cite your
all.
facts.
let me
Go
just
ahead,
say
Frank.
something real quick, Darwin. Ma'am, I
I'm a
cannot
mute.
stand, and maybe I'm not trying to be insensitive. I just realized that with the individuality of many women in the US, every time you talk about children, you talk about the government, and I really have a problem with that. Almost everything that you named, probably save healthcare, is a parent's responsibility. The quality of my children's education is me and my wife's responsibility, not the government. They sell math books on Amazon. If I want to teach my children Black history, they sell books for that too. It is not the government's job to do pretty much anything you said. So when you say food stamps and EBT, I'm not entitled to that shit. What are we talking about? Right? This is all a strategy to do what it was meant to do in the first place. Hopefully, something like this, even the talk about baby deletion, makes people think twice about who they want to have a baby by. I am done. Nobody's outlawing sex. So that's the funniest part about it. Nobody outlawed sex. You still get to choose. They didn't create arranged marriages with this shit, which why I think is funny. All right, you still get to choose everything that you do. And as I stated before, there's nowhere in the United States of America where any of that is illegal at the moment. So I don't know why we acting like somebody's gonna hold a gun to your head if you do it.